Have you ever wondered if wild animals can truly understand love? What you're about to hear will change everything you thought you knew about the bond between humans and nature's most feared predators. It all began on a remote island off the coast of Maine, where 25-year-old Emma had just inherited her late grandfather's property. Emma was a classically trained pianist who had always felt more connected to animals than to people. Her grandfather had rescued her from foster care when she was just 8 years old, and now, 15 years later, she was returning to the place that held her most precious childhood memories. The island was breathtaking but eerily quiet. As Emma explored the old wooden cabin, she discovered a collection of her grandfather's journals and video recordings. In one particularly moving entry, he spoke about a magnificent white wolf named Luna who had appeared on the island years ago. "She was injured and alone," his weathered voice explained through the crackling footage. "But she taught me that trust isn't given, it's earned through patience and kindness." That same stormy night, miles above the island, a cargo plane carrying illegal wildlife was battling fierce winds. Inside a cramped metal cage sat a 3-month-old lion cub, stolen from his mother just days after birth. The terrified cub had been destined for a private collector, but fate had other plans. Lightning struck the aircraft, sending it spiraling toward the dark waters below. Emma was awakened by the thunderous crash. Armed with nothing but a flashlight and her grandfather's courage, she ventured into the storm-ravaged forest. Hours of searching yielded nothing until dawn broke, revealing a scene that would change her life forever. There, nestled impossibly in a massive eagle's nest, was a golden lion cub, bruised but breathing. As Emma carefully lifted the trembling cub, she heard a low growl behind her. She turned to find a beautiful white wolf, her blue eyes gleaming with intelligence and caution. This had to be Luna. Following her grandfather's advice, Emma spoke softly and moved slowly. To her amazement, the wolf approached, sniffing the lion cub with maternal concern. Emma brought both animals to the cabin, where she discovered Luna had a cub of her own, a playful gray pup she named Storm. The lion cub, whom she called Courage, quickly bonded with his unlikely siblings. Emma's uncle Robert, a practical man who managed the island's supplies, was horrified when he learned about the menagerie. "Emma, these are wild animals, not pets," he warned during his weekly visit. "That lion will grow to be 400 pounds. The wolf is an apex predator. This is madness." But Emma had made a promise to her grandfather's memory. She would protect these creatures just as he had protected her. Months passed peacefully as the unlikely family grew stronger together. Emma taught Storm to fetch, watched Courage playfully stalk butterflies, and marveled at Luna's fierce protectiveness over both cubs. The tranquility shattered when Emma left for a crucial piano audition in Portland. While she was gone, a group of poachers led by a ruthless man named Vincent discovered the island. They had been tracking Luna for months, knowing that a white wolf would fetch enormous money on the black market. Using tranquilizer darts, they captured Luna and disappeared into the night. Emma returned home to find chaos. Her cabin was destroyed, the cubs were crying incessantly, and Luna was nowhere to be found. The heartbreak was unbearable. Despite passing her audition, her dream of becoming a professional pianist finally within reach, Emma abandoned her career to search for Luna. Weeks turned into months with no success. Emma poured her savings into private investigators and wildlife trackers, but Luna had vanished. Meanwhile, Storm and Courage grew into magnificent adults, their bond stronger than ever. Emma's dedication touched Uncle Robert's heart, and he began helping her care for the animals, bringing fresh meat and supplies from the mainland. 1 year later, disaster struck again. During a routine walk along the shoreline, Emma spotted a boat approaching with a family of tourists. Storm, now a full-grown wolf, began moving toward them with curiosity. Emma ran to intercept him, but her foot caught on a hidden root. She fell hard, her head striking a jagged rock. The tourists, seeing the massive wolf, fled in terror without noticing Emma's unconscious body. As darkness fell, both Storm and Courage refused to leave her side. They lay on either side of her still form, their body heat preventing hypothermia as the temperature dropped to near freezing. Uncle Robert's frantic phone calls went unanswered. Fearing the worst, he contacted animal control before racing to the island. When he found Emma barely breathing but alive, with Storm and Courage standing guard like loyal sentinels, he realized his terrible mistake. At the hospital, Dr. Patterson delivered stunning news. Without those animals maintaining her body temperature, Emma would have died from exposure. They literally saved her life. But Uncle Robert's panicked call had already set tragedy in motion. Animal control had captured Storm and sold him to Vincent, who ran an illegal fighting ring. Courage was taken to a traveling circus owned by the cruel Harrison family, where he was forced to perform under harsh conditions and constant beatings. When Emma regained consciousness, her first words were about her animals. Learning the truth, she discharged herself and began a desperate search. She found Storm first, locked in a concrete pit where Vincent forced wolves to fight for entertainment. Using every legal resource available, Emma exposed the operation to federal wildlife authorities. The raid was swift and decisive. Vincent was arrested on multiple federal charges, facing decades in prison. Storm was rescued, though scarred from his ordeal. Emma's determination had dismantled an entire criminal network. Finding Courage proved more challenging, but Emma's relentless investigation led her to a small circus outside Boston. There, she discovered not only Courage, but also Harrison's young son Tyler, who had been secretly caring for the lion and trying to protect him from his father's cruelty. Tyler helped Emma expose his father's illegal treatment of animals. When federal agents raided the circus, they found evidence of animal abuse spanning years. Harrison was arrested, his circus shut down permanently, and dozens of animals were rescued. The reunion on the island was magical. Storm, despite his trauma, immediately recognized Courage. The two friends played like cubs again, their joy infectious. Emma watched through tears as her family was whole once more. But the most incredible moment came 3 months later. As Emma played piano on the cabin's porch, a familiar white figure emerged from the forest. Luna, now older but still magnificent, approached slowly. She had escaped from Vincent's compound during the raid and had been making her way home ever since. Emma's grandfather's legacy lived on through the bonds of love that transcended species. The island became a sanctuary where 3 survivors found healing together. Vincent received a 25-year sentence. Harrison was banned from owning animals for life, and Emma's story inspired new legislation protecting wildlife. Today, Emma continues to live on the island with her extraordinary family, their story a testament to the power of unconditional love and the justice that comes to those who protect the innocent. If this story touched your heart, please hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible true animal stories that will restore your faith in the unbreakable bonds between humans and nature.